this garage. He's from Canada, I think. He's got a neck. He's got a neck thing that holds his holds his camera. I like it. Goes on and off real quick. Looks really good. Like a pair of headphones would wrap around your neck. Uh-oh. I call it the speed wobble. Got the speed wobble there. Yep, alright, let's stop it. So, what'll happen, if you leave that buffer sitting on the pads, it will develop a, kind of crushes it. So, you gotta be careful. So, usually just do that. Reposition it on the pad and start over. You want this thing to be just spinning. You don't want it to be wobbling. Uh-oh. There we go. So that's all you got to do is just I got the vacuum running too. So all you got to do is reposition that pad on the buffer and it'll rebalance it. You don't want it wobbling. When it wobbles, First of all, it's not an even scratch pattern. It can dig and leave heavy spots. Man, this little hallway. My extension cord's hanging up, speed wobbles, you name it. Alright. I put a little pressure to the left with my handle there next to the wall. Kind of so we hand sand first, get off the floor. That way we're not getting all this powder on our clothes, so when we coat. So I try to keep my buffer, I like it like that, clocked, as they call it. Uh-oh. Can't always keep it clocked though. So we're going to come down. The scratch pattern. So what I'm going to do here, alright, let's get the cord out of the way. Okay. I want to make sure I got a skylight, so it's going to shine down on the floor quite a bit. And you just kind of want to be mindful that you got some cross scratches, you know, they're going to show. So, alright, let's get in this room. This is the last room. About 1,800 square feet. Yeah. So, I do have the Bona buffer with the vacuum. The only reason I use this is because it's really light to carry. I'm an old man. Keep that scratch like that in the doorway there where the light comes through. Same thing there. Alright. I'm going to go around the room. So what I do is I'll grab the handle on the buffer and I'll kind of lean it over a little bit. Get that weight up there, 10, 11 o'clock. And over here I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of push my handle down. And in my mind I'm thinking 3 o'clock. That's where I want that buffer clocked at. So just manipulate it a little bit. Might sound like a overkill, but if you do it, you don't think about it, it's not. So you just never know where they're going to put tape on the floor. So let's go ahead and check my pad. Let's do that. Let's see, can you see? Yeah, okay. So, 2 maroon pads, SPP, 3M. These are 180 Sci-Fast, diamond disc or whatever, 180 grit. I got 180, 220, or 240, whatever it is. And then this is Norton. This is Norton here. 220. You can go 220, 240. That's just to knock the high spots, particles, if I've got any. And then the diamond disc, just like that. Give you a nice scratch. Look at all the dust. That's what you're wanting. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the dust there, just fine. Not a heavy scratch pattern, just enough to scratch that top surface. That's all you're doing. And you shouldn't even see, well, you'll see swirls here and there, but really, it'll just ride right on the top. Just dull it down. That's all you got to do. Yep. Does a nice job. I started doing that because of the can lights. I mean, they've gotten so bad. This house has got some really powerful can lights because we got 10-foot ceilings. So, anyways, you just got to find a way to adjust. So, especially on those semi-gloss jobs, when you're buffing, you have to, what I do is I go, okay, what's my worst case scenario? Oh, they put tape down in the finish peels, right? Well, what causes that? Lack of a scratch pattern in between coats of oil base, right? Okay, that's my worst case scenario. All right, so let's prevent my worst case scenario. Let's prevent it. So let's make sure we buff this thing nice. Get a good scratch pattern. Okay, when you do that, this floor's been sitting 3 days before the final coat, so it's gotten nice and it's hardened. It's not super fresh. So you're going to come in, you're going to want to buff it pretty good. You know, you just know that, I don't know if you can see the light sun come in here. You got a lot of particles right there. I don't know why. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you a little trick here. This is just what I do here. Perfect almost. All right. You got to be careful too when you're coating. Sometimes I don't know if you can see it here. I can. So you get particles, and the paper takes the top off, so that gets really dull. And then around it, it'll be a little bit shinier. So it's going to be, because of the light, I'm going to get a little pad here, just right there. Let me see here. These are all my discs. They last a long time. You can even do 120, depending on the lighting. But after the first coat, I'll do this. After the sealer and first coat, usually go to 180 on the last coat. A lot of canned lights in this house. They got pictures that they hang on the walls and stuff. So use that pad, and you just want to evenly you see those, especially in canned lights. So yeah. Okay. All right. It's always good to carry a little center pad with you. Don't like to get on my knees afterwards. All right. Man, prices of everything have just gone through the roof. Supplies, my finish is gone. All right. Now we're gonna pad it. Just do a smooth pad real quick. Start over here where I was. I think the maroon pads haven't gotten too bad. Sandpaper, not too much. Finish, man. Gosh. Finish and stain. I mean, wow. You know, I used to be paying $12 a quart for stain. Now you're paying $25? What the hell? Yeah. This makes you think about, yeah. And then finish, $7.99 a quart for wood line. And then now I'm paying 17 or something plus tax. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. All right. So, depending on the job, these will last me a while. You know, they get mixed between water-based and oil-based jobs. I'm fine with that. I just keep track of what we've done with them. These two are still good. This one's a little bit older, but yeah. So these could last me a year. Because, I mean, what are you doing basically? It's just a cushion to hold your sand in medium. So, yeah. Anyways. Okay. So I'm going to purple pad. I'll do about 400 feet. I'll do about 400 feet. Yeah, you're about 400 feet per side. And you're getting that you're evening out the dull spots. I mean, you know, they tell you, well, you got to get everything go. So, and help smooth out that scratch. You can lean into it if you want. I'm gonna go over here. Definitely got some canned lights in here while this pad is still fresh. I want to really want to get in here. This will even out swirls, highs and lows. I got some particles there. Okay, turn around. Okay, I got my hands. I got the buffer. I'm leaning to my right with it. So you usually can get close on that side. It's that side that there's no weight. So Really powerful can light here. Looking at it. Where'd my pad go? I think I got one in here. You can also the most powerful lights are right here. So. Good. Yep, right here. They got their prized art right here at the entry. So. Good job. Yeah, a mental game. So, yeah, mental game. A lot of square footage. So sometimes you just want to move fast and, get out of here. But so I don't want to start my new pad right there. Right about there. In between the can lights on the ceiling there. One there. So start there. You never want to start right under a can light, because it's going to start off and it's going to be pretty aggressive right there. Another thing I tend to do is I'll step on my cord. So I'll be going, my cord will be back like that, and I'll step on it, and then it'll pull the buffer down, and I'll get this whoop, half moon. So, yeah. Then you got to get down and hand sand that, get that half moon out. If not, it'll show through. So, see the difference? Already, I'm getting some powder. We're over there. There's powder. There's about 3 feet there that I didn't get as much powder. So, anyway, just keep her moving. Keep her moving. You're just looking for stuff, looking down at the light, seeing how it looks where the can light hits. Just kind of watching down there. Where's my I'd lose my head if it wasn't attacked. I love my coffee. Where did I put my purple? Where did I put that purple pad? Yeah. I should have some leather pouches on all the buffers, the Hummel, power drive. There it is. I don't want to put it in my pocket because when I'm coating, everything I put in my pocket, dust and everything. So let's just stick it right there. So I got a little wobble just from that, 2 minutes? Let's see if it'll, just because I got the pad, I can get away with that. Let's see if it'll go away. Yeah, it's gone. Worked itself out. Okay, I'm going through. I got my can lights on. I'm looking down. Just trying to see what I'm going to see through the finish. You know, I got a light over here. I got a couple of particles. Down here, faintly see I can see my 180 scratch, and I'll hand sand this whole, I'll do this whole board, so the whole board's duller. Okay, over here, this one's, for some reason this light is super bright. I don't know why. Okay, looking good. Forgot which way I was going. All right. Whoop. Scared me. I'm leaning into the buffer now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much the purple pad does as far as micro scratching. I don't know. I just do it to smooth out my other the 180, 220. Maybe get the highs or lows, I don't know. Funny how they'll say purple pad. I mean, shoot. I've had the reps come out with water base, and they'll be like, how long has the floor been done? How long ago did you put the second coat? Well, sealer first, third coat I call it. How long ago did you put the third coat on before we do the final here? And I'll be all, when it's water-based, I'll be like a couple months. They're like, okay, get the purple pad out. And I'm like, what? Just the purple pad? Yeah, get the purple pad out. You know? Like, what? Just the purple pad? So, yeah. And again, you know, I don't know how much of that is really doing anything versus, you know, we use traffic. So, bonds really well. That's one thing I can say about that. Bonds real well. But, you know, after the 48 hours, I'm like, so what does it, they want you to purple pad it with the strips, 220 or 180 or whatever, the football strip. So, which doesn't seem to do much when you look at it. So, yeah, interesting. Now, oil-based, you can go in and, so the hardest finish I've used is Primero Poloplast, which is now owned by Conlac. They own a couple of other brands they bought. So, yeah, that stuff is freaking hard. Oh my gosh. And back when I was using it, I didn't have these diamond pads. These weren't out yet. So anybody that's used Primero knows, shoot, a 120U screen, you know, will bounce off that floor. I don't know where we left off. I just looked down and my thing was off. So, okay, let's back up real quick. Why is it shutting off on me? Dang it. I don't know what's going on with the camera, guys. So yeah, with Primero, you have to go back and 120. Hand sand the can lights. I'm watching my camera. I don't know what's going on with it. So, yeah, really frustrating. If I'd had these diamond pads, I mean, they'll buff anything. That's what's nice about it. So, anybody out there using Primero, these diamond pads, you know, 3 or 4 of them on a purple pad, you're good to go. So, yeah. So anyways, you do a new install. Around here, it takes about a year for the wood to cup. So, I mean, we always bring the wood and let it sit, which is kind of funny. Yeah, try to get it in the house as long as possible. Try to get it in there, you know, before the trades are done, believe it or not. Oops. So it can take on moisture. So this job here, they had too much moisture. So there's trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So this one shrunk really bad. There were cracks everywhere. But so anyways, so I had a couple new installs with Primero. Luckily they were living room, hallway, bedroom maybe. Anyways, I don't know what it was, but after we were done, that wood would continue to acclimate and swell. And when it did that, it would push all the poly that was in between the cracks. And I think it just has something to do with, I don't want to say it's thin, but it definitely allows those resins to get down in between the cracks. Or you don't notice that as much on wood line. That's what I use. I use wood line poly. Kind of middle of the road as far as thickness and stuff. So, I used Fabulon for a while. It's harder to spread. It's thick stuff. Yeah, so I ended up with wood line. I don't like Duracell. Although I did use it for years. My dad used it. But anyways, yeah, you get these poly beads that would show up 6 months later. So, anyways, I just quit using it. I had to find something that worked for us, and I got okay results. So, hopefully that cord. Yeah. So we got okay results. So, yeah, I felt Duracell just too thin, especially when we went to the roll coater. You know. So when we went to the roll coater, went from the lamb's wool to the roll coater. I had a couple floors wear out really fast on me. Just. Yeah, you can just manipulate it too easy. So that's when I went to, well, when I was using Duracell, I'd use Fabulon occasional. So I could do Fabulon with the T-bar, that's for sure. But, yeah, then we found Woodline, and that was the finish for the T-bar. Anyways. And then, of course, I've, through the years, so I'll cut my T-bar down to about 15 inches. Yeah, I don't like the full 18. I could practically coat this whole job with the T-bar, corners and all, with that 15-inch T-bar. Seemed to be the 14 to 15 inches. 12 inches is too small. I'll probably end up with some streaks with the wood here. The way the light comes in and stuff. That does go away. But I'd much rather do that than put down a thin coat. And that's why guys will do thin coats. Well, some guys will do it just to save money. Save money. Hey, I didn't pad back here yet, can I? So, anywho, yeah, so I don't add any thinner to my finish, never have. Yeah, just haven't. I don't know. I know a lot of guys will on the final coat to get it to lay down. But I'd rather have the argument about particles and stuff from the owner, but I mean those are going to be within a year or more. Those will all be gone. You know, they get walked off. Yeah, get walked off. They're gone. You know, you get 15 years out of the floor. And you get longer if you coat, but nobody does that. So this client, let's see, I'm 56. This client here, I'll still be around. So look at that. Look at that. Uh-oh, where'd my pad go? Uh-oh. So we'll do some recoats here. Probably tape off, use the kitchen. They got really big dogs. So, but yeah, if you can get that maintenance coat in there, it makes a whole difference on your floor. Just one, 5 to 8 years. You always get a better coat too. I think it just has something to do, what is my pad? I think it just has something to do with the floor being dry. Yeah. So I just feel like when we're stacking coats so fast, that it just causes that finish on top to want to buffle. Why I got so many particles right here. So, yeah, interesting. So, yeah, if we can get them to do a maintenance coat, you know, even when you're hard on your floors, it just lasts so much longer. So I do a stain and 3 top coats, or we do a sealer and 3 top coats, all my jobs. And I feel like, you know, out of 75% of the jobs I don't get, I think it's because my price is higher, and it's because of that. But you don't want that. And I don't price it with or without that. So a sealer and 3 top coats. It's just how it is. You know? So I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I got just enough. Thank you, God and Jesus. I got just enough. That's fine with me. You know, I'm getting old and tried to grow this business, and good people are hard to come by. And if I had a couple good people show up to work, yeah, I'd probably run a couple crews. But right now, God's allowing me to pay my bills with the clients I have. And yeah, like I'm out there trying to get every job. I don't want every job. Learned that a long time ago. Be careful what you wish for. In my case, pray for. I don't want every job. God protects us. You know, I like working for people that want me to come in and put my heart and soul into it. And that's what we do. We care, you know. Yeah. I need to get paid. Tell people that too. Tell them, hey, I do a good job. I need to get paid. You know. As much as I want to say, yeah, we're all great people and everything. Yeah. I need your money. I need your money in my bank account. I got bills. Yeah. I got bills. and it's not a new truck or a boat or an RV or a side-by-side. It's my housing payment or a month to live where we live. I've been lucky there. You can see him. Yeah. Really hard to. Health insurance. Then I've got some medical issues that I deal with monthly. So we spend about $3 grand a month. Probably more than that. Insurance from my family. And then co-pays and stuff. School for my daughter. So that's our splurge, actually, if you think about it. I tell everybody, our splurge is sending their daughter to private school. It just works out that way. She's got some things that she needs to work out there for her when we have her. So yeah, so that's our splurge. You know? That's our splurge. So that's with transportation and everything. It's about $2 grand a month for school. Maybe a little more, 2,100. Yeah. So, anyways, me and my wife, that's our splurge. Gosh, it'd be nice to put that into retirement. We do fund retirement too. Pay for health insurance for the guy you hear in there vacuuming. So it just goes. Two of us. Yeah. So it's crazy. You know, my vans are paid for. Got 3 of them. Everything's paid for. So we don't have. I drive a 2001 Chevy Silverado. Paid $28,000 for it when it was new. 23 years ago? No. Yeah, 23 years ago. Isn't that crazy? 23 years ago. So I drive it. It's got a front knock sensor. I don't know what that means. I don't hear anything funky going on or whatnot. But it's got the front knock sensor is these pads away. Got to get them all off. They're about $8 to $12 a piece. So I want to put them on those pads. They're not cheap, but they sure are insurance. I'll tell you that. I like that. What do we got here? All right, it'll be 3 o'clock before we get out of here today. Oh, you got it? Oh, where'd you put all that? Outside? Front door?
It's outside.
Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it just, yeah. So this year our summer vacation, usually we take 2 weeks. This year we're gonna take a week. Usually we go up to Truckee. Unfortunately, we stayed at a friend's cabin for, I think we did it 6, 7 years. Anyways, it was really cool, right on, almost on the lake, a block away. Walked down to the lake and stuff. It's gotten really busy the 7 years we've been up there, so crazy how that place. But anyways, they got separated and had to sell the cabin. So I think we were paying like $150 a night, and it was a good deal. They were good to us. We miss it. Couldn't afford to buy the place. It would have been nice. You got to rent it out and everything to be able to keep it. Not like my salary or my yearly income can afford that privilege. Anyway, so we're going to a new place this year. We like to hike. We pretty much hiked a lot of the trails that are in Truckee, Tahoe area, northern Truckee, up 89. Is it 89? Yeah. Sierraville, just up that way. So, done most of the peaks, except Castle Peak. We tried. We were having not a great day of hiking. We left a little too late, and it was really dry the year we tried, and so the trail was super sketchy, those little pebbles and stuff. So we got about halfway up the final stage, which is almost straight up and down, but we turned around. So that's the only one that's beat us. Anyways, we're going up to Kirkwood this year, and we're going to do some hikes up there. So we got a contractor friend of mine. He's going to let us use his condo for free. We'll pay for the cleaning ladies to come do their thing, but it'll be new. We'll see. Not a whole lot there. Not like Truckee or Tahoe City or anything like that, or it's bustling and you got food and stuff. We usually take our food up with us. Being that that's kind of what we're going to miss at the other cabin. We've been going so long that we knew what to take. We take our ice chest up full of our food and eat the same food we eat as being at home, which is awesome for a vacation because you're not really throwing your body out of whack. Anybody can agree with that. Usually when you're on vacation, you're not eating the same foods. Anyways, we got a condo or a kitchen, stuff like that. We'll take food up. We're gonna have to plan. I think there's like a little store, but I think the nearest grocery store is 55 minutes away from where we're at. Kirkwood, I think it's, Markleeville is past that. I'm not sure what, my wife sent me a text. So this is it from Anonymous. The lie said to the truth, let's take a bath together. The well water is very nice. The truth. Still suspicious, tested the water and found out it really was nice. So they got naked and bathed. This must be Adam and Eve. But suddenly the lie leapt out to the water, but suddenly the lie leapt out of the water and fled, wearing the clothes of the truth. The truth, furious, climbed out of the well to get her clothes back on. But the world, upon seeing the naked truth, looked away with anger and contentment. Poor truth returned to the well and disappeared forever, hiding her shame. Since then, the lie runs around the world dressed as the truth, and society is very happy because the world